a while back, I asked people to give me topics or anything to make a video on if I'm really bored, and that time has kind of come. I am incredibly bored because I'm putting off packing, but one of the questions that was posed to me was 5 worst films or 5 least favourite films. I'll be honest, I can't remember who sent me it, because I put them all in a Word document and just rather stupidly didn't put URLs or anything next to it. So if you're the person who asked me that, if you even remember that, just, you know, drop me a message and I'll give you some form of credit. But okay, so the 5 films, I had to make a list because I'm not going to remember. First one, Prince of Persia. If anyone who's seen it and played the video games might be able, also judging by my URL, might be able to sort of guess why I hated it. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys anyway. Anyone who has played Sands of Time will surely remember the sand zombies. Sand zombies were probably like, I don't know, the main nemesis sort of thing throughout the game. Everywhere you went there was a fucking sand zombie. They were everywhere and they made the game so awesome. And I can't speak for the other Prince of Persia games because I haven't played the rest of them. I managed to get the next one though, but I haven't had a chance to actually play it yet. So yeah, Prince of Persia, no sand zombies in that movie. The fuck. Also, the script of it sort of sounded like they just, I don't know, just taken lines from the game. And I mean, game, like, I don't know. Game scripts aren't good half the time. Usually they're incredibly fucking cheesy. But I think the best line in the entire film that just completely demonstrates this perfectly is, I can't remember who says it actually. I think she says it. She says something like, well, she's explaining that the dagger has to be stabbed into the hourglass and then it needs to take the life of the person with the dagger or something, and then he's all like, but you'll die! And it was just really shit, and like, yeah, oh my god, wait, that really sketches me out. It keeps on blowing. I still haven't worked out the mirroring of this. Okay, second film, also zombie related, Diary of the Dead. I'm not sure how many people have seen it, but it's pretty goddamn awful. Luckily I didn't pay too much for it. I got it for £3, which is £3 too much. And it's sort of done semi-documentary style. Basically there's some kids out in a forest and they're filming a horror movie, and then they come back into town and it's full of zombies and stuff, and it was really shit. The acting was probably the worst bit though, because it was, I don't know, it was sort of like they got a group of 5-year-olds from a nativity play, smothered them in blood and then gave them the lines to read. It's all very like this, even though they are supposed to have been suddenly thrown into this sort of atmosphere, and it's really crap. And like, I don't know, low budget horror movie at its worst, I would say. Okay, then brings us on to number 3. Fool's Gold. Now, if I pay to see a film in a cinema, no matter how god-awful it is, I will more than likely sit through the whole thing. Fool's Gold is the exception. I was tricked into going to see it by a good friend of mine at the time, and I ended up leaving about 5 minutes in. I was only there for 5 minutes because I wanted to finish my popcorn. There isn't much I can say about it because I didn't actually watch it, so all I can just say is it was shit for the 5 minutes that I saw. I don't know if it suddenly became this amazing, life-changing, mind-blowing film. I very much doubt that it did. But yeah, actually, if there's anyone out there that like likes Fool's Gold, just drop me and ask, because I want to know if these people exist, because I very much doubt they do. Okay. 4. Green Lantern. And yes, I am wearing the t-shirt, because I'm that awesome. Green Lantern was a letdown. I'm going to say it. I know there's quite a few people out there who agree with me. Also some that probably don't agree with me. It was just a letdown. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I don't know what it was about it. It just wasn't terrific. I think one of the reasons that I didn't like it was the CGI suit sort of thing. That kind of got on my tits. But yeah, other than that, I can't put my finger on what it was I didn't like. Just the film in general. So I didn't write down a 5th one because I couldn't really think of one. I mean, these are just films I've watched quite sort of either recently or they've really stuck with me. But if I had to choose a 5th one, I would say Sex and the City, except I haven't seen that. Although I would much rather burn down a family home of chipmunks than have to watch that. But I can't really bitch because I haven't seen it. Maybe The Incredible Hulk. I think they've remade it twice since the 90s. I'm talking about the one that was all like comic panels, and then it would swoosh across to another panel and then the scene would open. Like, conceptually, that's a really good idea. However, they completely fucked it up, and I don't know, they don't seem to be able to make a decent Hulk film, I feel. Mind you, it must be quite hard to make a film about someone who is really dweeby and then suddenly giant and green and angry. There's only so much plot and emotion you can get into that. Oh, another one. X-Men Origins, Wolverine. Now, the reason that I have major beef with that film is what the fuck they did to Deadpool. I can't even... Since when does Deadpool have swords coming out of his wrists? Why did they tape his mouth shut? He's the fucking Deadpool. The reason that everyone loves him is because he's such a wisecracking motherfucker. But yeah, so those are my, let's just say that was 5, even though I went a little bit over. Those are my 5 least favourite films that I would probably rather punch an orphan in the kidneys than watch. By the way, I do realise that most people who have reached this sort of 8.5 minute mark of watching me have probably just been watching it to perv on my accent. I'm on to you guys. I'm on to you. As promised, by the way, this is sort of like, I don't know, one of the extra little credits sort of things. Anyway, here is my accidental origami velociraptor that I made yesterday.